Welcome to Let's Learn Railway Empire 2 together. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Let's Learn Railway Empire 2 together, episode 5. Now, we are on part 3 of our playthrough of the first campaign mission, East Coast Conquest. And we are looking good, I think. We've just passed into our second year. And I haven't been paying attention to the time, and I'm realizing a bunch of things about this game. This game is so different from Railway Empire. If somebody thinks this is just a reskin or better looking graphics of Railway Empire, you have not done this game justice. It is a much different game, and that's one. And two, I can tell you right now, my impression is it's an awesome game. It's honestly a vast improvement over Railway Empire, and I think most of you know what I think about Railway Empire. I love that game. So I'm really excited to get into more details in this game and learn more about it. And the other thing I want to say is, wow, guys, keep the comments coming. They are awesome. I'm learning every time one of you guys post a comment. I'm learning something. My plan right now is to finish this mission. And we've got so many good comments. I think I'm going to make one of my user contribution videos, and we'll go through the comments and we'll talk through what they mean, and I'll try to show examples of what our contributor is saying and why they're saying what they're saying, and we'll discuss each one of those. So that's coming up right after we finish this mission 1. And I think we're close to being ready to do some tips and tricks kind of stuff. I can't stand these tips and tricks where somebody just throws out 5 things that, are obvious. But, I shouldn't say that. That's useful. I take that back. My apologies to whomever puts out tips and tricks videos. But I do want to have some actual stuff that's worth telling somebody, and I think we're close. I think we're starting to get some stuff. So if you can probably tell from my voice, I'm getting much more enthusiastic about this game as I play it, and that's a great sign to me. Any game, if you find yourself liking it more and more, the more you're exposed to it, well, guess what? You probably got yourself a good game. All right, so what do we got to do today? I like what we're doing here. I love all this stuff in Albany, in our warehouses, and the ability to think about growing Albany. And I've got some strategies in mind, and you guys think about this too, for how this game needs to be played. And I think they're teaching it to us in this mission. This is a great mission. Somebody really thought this through. Now, and by the way, we were able to build our fancy four across bridge. Isn't that lovely? Now, let's see what we've got to do today. We're trying to stay pretty laser focused on that. The other one is this game needs to be played on normal speed. This is not a run it through game. And also we've seen, and other people have made this comment, this is not a train spamming game. This is a management game. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right, connect 3 rural businesses producing grain. That'll be easy, and we'll do it quickly. Now, the passengers from Syracuse, I think we want to grow Syracuse and make sure we have passenger lines. I can think of several things we can do to make that go. And construct a university in Albany. Now, the thing we need to know about the Albany is, first of all, city can have only one city building at a time, which I think is a little weird. I don't know, it seems to me like you should be able to build them all, but never mind. So we've got a library in Albany now. So what we'll have to do is, when we get to the point we can build a university, we will have to knock down the library and replace it with the university. Now, the other thing to know about that is you have to have a population of 90,000 before you qualify to have a university. And you have to have a university for your city to grow past 100,000. So that's 2 things to know, several things to know right there altogether. We're going to have to knock down our library, reason the library to get the demand satisfaction up so we can keep growing Albany quickly. And so we're going to have to knock it down, replace it with the university at 90,000. And if we don't have the university, Albany can't go past 100,000. It'll just stop at 100,000. And you can see here we're about halfway through this mission, and we've played a lot. These missions are a lot more involved than the early campaign missions from Railway Empire. Okay, so what do we got? What do we got to do? Okay, the grain, we can go out and get that right away and just knock that off. Let's focus on growing Syracuse and growing Albany. Okay, now Albany is growing at over 100%. In other words, we're doing a pretty good job there. We're giving them everything they want. We've got to get this planks thing resolved at some point so that we can keep the planks coming in there. Are we growing Boston, or is it kind of, oh yeah, Boston's growing great. That's working great. And Boston is kind of benefiting from Albany. It's grabbing stuff from the warehouse system in Albany and taking it over here. And as Johnny points out, and others have pointed out, and you can't think, well, okay, I'll put a warehouse here and I'll bring my corn and grain over here to Boston, and then that'll allow me to feed Portland. It doesn't work like that. You can't it won't chain past one. So it's going to evaluate, the warehouse is going to evaluate the direct connections to, in this case, Albany, and will allow stuff to go out of there. But if you want to chain further, you're going to have to build a different, go a different way. So, well, and I'll just tell you, the thing that's, to me, it seems to be, you want to focus on a single city that you grow big enough so that you can get a university in there, and you can get your research charged up and have your research going faster, which makes everything better as you go. And the way to get it is to have a hub like this where you've got cities growing off of it, but it grows really well because you can keep it so beautifully supplied. So I think the single city hub concept is something we're going to work on and see how far we can take that. Now, we're growing Albany beautifully. Let's grow Syracuse and make sure we get passenger lines. So what we want to do here, I think, one thing is we want to, I wouldn't mind opening up, what do we got city-wise over here? There's a city here, one here, one here. I really wish in track construction you could still see, what these were, but it doesn't matter. There's three cities. We could have Syracuse running passengers to here, for example, or we could go up here where we already have access, and we could grow like Quebec and Montreal, or Montreal, Quebec, whichever way that goes. Yeah. We could grow these two cities and then have Syracuse sending people there. And remember, the passengers, we learned about the passengers. They're generated to the nearest 20 cities, and they're generated based on the distance to the cities and the size of the city. So you're going to get a lot of passengers leaving Syracuse going to Albany because it's growing and there's a direct connection. Oh, the other one we could do is grow Buffalo. And let's see, is it growing? It is not growing. What would it take to grow Buffalo? It would take some meat. Well, the main thing, some meat, maybe a little sugar. Okay. Meat and sugar. We can't build our way in here. We're not allowed. But we are allowed. Okay, it looks like when they're white, like this, you have the ability to buy the concession and go into the region. And when they're red, you do not. Like we can't get to West Virginia yet, as much as we may want. Okay, what do I want to do? I think the simplest thing to do would be to build a line. But let's engage Montreal and Quebec, because I believe there's beer, there's meat and beer. Okay, so we could have a beer meat line right here. Here's the cattle. Here's the grain, which we need as our thing. Let's run grain in here. Why don't we let's do a warehouse in Montreal. Let's use Montreal as another hub city, and we'll have Syracuse hooked to Albany and to Montreal. We'll run grain into Montreal. We'll run cattle into Quebec. We'll run a line between these two to get beer meat, and we can actually run a line that goes Syracuse to each of those. Yes, I think that's lovely. All right, let's go like this. Station in Montreal. See if we can put one. Turn around. I think we can put one just like that right there. Okay. Now it'll have to be connected. I want it to come down here to Syracuse. Somehow, some way. And we could very easily put another station in Syracuse. I think we will. We're going to put another station in Syracuse. We're going to put it right here like this. Oh, why won't it let us? Because we put the station in Montreal, we have to have it connected to the network before we can put another station in Syracuse. All right, so fine. This station's got plenty of room. Let's just go down here and plan on connecting in like this. And let's plan on making this side bigger so we have 4 platforms. We'll do it that way. We'll go rail construction. Kill that one. I don't understand why can't I build a rail line? I'm a little confused. Okay, I'm a lot confused. I'm doing track construction. Where's the track? Well, there's the track. Now why can't I do anything with it? Where's my other, oh look! Look what Dummy did. Dummy put his track in, and it's cut off by this industry. Well, well, well. Dummy, dummy, dummy. It used to be your lines, if you immediately if you took a station out and you replaced it, this is Railway Empire, immediately your lines would still recognize it and work. So I think we're going to try that. We're going to delete doggone it. I don't have this delete thing down yet. It shouldn't be that hard. It's shift, left click. I'll delete that little bit right there. Station removed from 5 rail lines. However, if a new station constructed and connected to the same position in the next 4 weeks, these rail lines will automatically resume service. Okay, so we're going to take that station out, and we're going to put a station right back in, but we're going to turn it this way. And why can't you? catch-22 here. Okay, hold on. This one needs to be connected to our system, so we can run a piece of track just right there temporarily. So that now Buffalo is attached to our system, and now we want to get a station here. And it's probably going to tell us, yeah, Montreal. So we're going to take out that one in Montreal for the time being. Okay. Then we're going to come back to Syracuse, if I can find Syracuse, and we'll put a station right here. Now I'm hoping that it will recognize that we are actually running, let's do this line like that. I want to delete that little section right there. And then I want to double track this. I guess I accidentally blew up a whole bunch of this, didn't mean to. Like this. And I want more track. I want this to be, I'm going to actually build, am I? Let's build this. Shoot. Build this back like that. And then we'll go put our grid in here. Like that for Buffalo. And then we'll go back here and put our grid like that for Syracuse. And then on this side, we'll have this side coming in. I think I'm going to set markers underneath that part of it, because I want to have the same deal here. I want to have more track coming out. Like this. And I'd like to have it merge with this before that bridge. That, and I'm hoping that our grid will fit in this, and it will easily. Very nice, very, very nice. Now this can come down and merge here. And here. Now we need to get our directional stuff straightened out. And over here, okay. Now let's see if anybody uses this. It looks like they are. If we select the station, route's using good. See, they've reconnected, so no damage done. Except did we lose our probably lost our maintenance shed, but we'll put that back in. All right, so Syracuse should be equipped to take more traffic. And what we'll do is connect in here and run up to Montreal. So Montreal. Now we can put our station in Montreal. And we'll run our line actually we could run it over we could run our line into this. This is that line that's taking apples down to Albany. So we can connect with that and come like so. And then we can come off of that when we get over the bridge. So, Indians. Back up a little. Start over. Come off like this. Come down here along the river. We could even join this line. Now, I think we'll do it like this. I think we're going to come in like this and merge in here. Let's merge in back here. Okay, we've got no tunnels, no bridges. We'll build that, and then we'll go like that. Then we'll go all the way back up here, connect into the into this line, build that. Set our signals. All that looks good. And we'll do our grid line coming out of Montreal like so, and set our signals here. And then we'll take a look at supplies. We missed that one. We'll set up a supplies here, and maybe again here. Okay. So let's set up a, Johnny also mentioned, I don't know if he didn't know if I was really gaining anything by not running automatic trains, because running a passenger line and a freight line and then having the two of them not be full, it might not be any better than not having, So we'll think about that, but for now we'll keep going the way we've been going. 23 days, we want 4 trains to handle that and go. So now we got passenger service, Montreal to Syracuse. And let's quickly get that grain right there, and that'll give us our other task. So what we can do with this is, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do we're going to expand this out like this, and then come over here and merge. And go like this. And then we're going to expand our gridiron out to here. I love how it warns us. Watch this. See the little warning? It tells you that there's a conflict. Lovely, lovely. All right, so what we're going to do is go up here to this grain, and we'll just put it on this line right here. So we'll have a grain station right here. Let's let it go like this. And we're going to have a run full.
Great. By the way, I have decided to run for the Democrats in this election. I believe that I can best represent our interests as a candidate for this party.
Go. All right, let's go here to here. Out of track 1, running full. A freight line with the John Bull. It's 10 days. We'll put a couple on that. So now we'll have grain running into, now I'm totally lost, Montreal, to support the beer industry there. And then we're going to go, okay, we finished that. We're getting our passengers, we're doing okay with it, but let's expand this. We'll go up here to Montreal, or Quebec rather, I think it is. Quebec City. We'll put a line in there, maybe out here if it'll go, yeah. Put a line in Quebec. And we'll go to Montreal. And I actually think what I want to do here let's go ahead and build our little super highway of track. And I want to put maintenance depot in Montreal. And now, now we need to think about what would a classic two-city cluster look like, and we'll figure that out in a minute. But right now, okay, well, I just answered one question. We'll have the freight. What I want to do now is set up a passenger line between here and here, Quebec and Montreal, and I want to make it an express line with the John Bull. But what I want to do with it is, when you leave Quebec, well, shoot, I want to go Quebec, and then I want to go there, and then Montreal, and there. So our express is going to run over there on that side, and that's 20 days. We want 4 trains to get that down to 5. Okay, now I think the error we're getting is I got a couple of things messed up here. Track here. I got out of sync. Didn't follow the process. We need our gridiron. I think we already got one up here, didn't we? Yeah. And we need our directions. So there we go. Now that line should be just fine. It should work just fine. And we need a freight line between Quebec and Montreal. And we'll run a couple of trains on that. Okay. So we'll get that beer meat thing going between the two cities. We'll get get good passenger traffic, and we'll set up our how are we gonna do? Yeah. We'll set up our delivery of these into our freight line. Like so. And like so. Put in our grids. Set our signals. Set up a line from here to here. Freight line with a John Bull, and you're going to run full out of track 1. And it takes 7.6 days. 7.6. Demand is not real big. Okay, one train should do it, certainly for now. Let's look at our research. Decrease locomotive maintenance time. And we're getting out here pretty close to getting the Dunham, which would be nice. Get a faster, a little bit better train. All right, so we've got our beer meat going Quebec City to Montreal. We've got our passengers going Syracuse to Montreal. We can look at the flow of goods passengers. We're generating 182 in Syracuse. I don't know if we're running an express line between yeah, we are. But 2 trains, 10 days. That should be very good. All right. Okay, let me get my bearings. So we've done this, we've almost done this, and we're growing Albany. I'm assuming it's still growing nicely. 91.9%, so the planks, liquor, dairy, and salt. We've got some more advanced goods we need to be getting into Albany. The planks thing, how are we going to do that? We've got wood coming in here. Tell you what we could do. What if we had a warehouse in Montreal that kept the basic essentials, beer, meat, 4 other things, and ran a freight line between Montreal and Syracuse? That would feed Syracuse some of the stuff they need. They're getting some of it from over here anyway. And we could buy out that beer industry, knock it down, and put in a sawmill. Then we'd be creating planks that could be then shipped off to Albany and to Montreal if it grows. And it will. It should start growing once we get there. We're going to keep growing this up here. It's interesting. Our strategies grow Canada so that we can ship stuff out of Syracuse, which is fine. Let's do that. Let's put a warehouse in Montreal. Okay, and let's set up that warehouse to hold grain. Corn, wood, I think, meat and beer. I'm not sure what the last one will be. All right, and let's pause for a second. What would it cost to buy this? I'm going to open up a bid. $475. We'll start a bid. I think we can win this. We'll see. Yeah. All right. It only costs us $300,000 to buy that. Then we're going to take that build. We're going to demolish that brewery. Okay. And we're going to build a sawmill. We're going to put a sawmill in, and we can put it out here. We'll put a sawmill in Syracuse. So, and we should have a freight line. Syracuse, well, that's a passenger line. Do we have a? No, we really don't have one. Let's run a line from Albany to Syracuse. Freight.
Very good. A few years ago, people in Albany were still skeptical about the railroad. Your success will silence even the hardiest naysayers.
And we'll run a couple of trains out of there. It's getting all kinds of stuff. And once this starts building, we want one. I want at least one train. So I'm going to build a line out from Albany to Syracuse, and I'm going to have it prioritize wood. And put a couple of trains on that. Okay. All right. Oh, we did our passengers. Good. Good. Now, how big is Albany now? Albany's at 75,000. It's growing at 90%. We've just hopefully addressed the planks problem. Now, liquor. What happened? What's the deal with liquor? Liquor is here. Distillery. It needs sugar and fruit to make liquor. Interesting. Okay, sorry, I had a little interruption. Where were we? Well, look at this. We've got Syracuse growing nicely, very nicely, and it's really set to grow because it's getting stuff from Albany, and it'll start getting stuff from Montreal eventually. And Montreal has very little to offer right this minute. Okay, we got our beer meat going. Oh, and we do have some things to offer from Montreal. Very nice. Oh, that's just what's set there. Does it show? Yeah, that's what potentially could come from there. It doesn't mean there's anything there. All right, so let's get some corn going. Well, let's see. Let me think about this. What is it we're trying to do now? At University in Albany. So that begs the question, is our best use of our time right this minute to go get, like, the planks are going to improve, okay? You can see delivery by train's coming. There are planks coming. And Banger wants to sell the weaving mill. Do we want to buy that? No. Research. Reducing maintenance. Yes, we'll take that. Okay, good deal. All right, what's so slow here? Okay, well, first of all, there was something in the tutorial that said only one train could be in this area at a time, and that's not true. There is some signaling going on. It's not real detail, but it's better movement through there than you would think. All right. Anyway, okay, we're growing Albany. I don't know that we can do much more with it. So I think what we'll do, rather than get stuck on the distillery path, I think we'll let this go and make sure. Let's just double check this industry right here. Wooden planks. Yeah, we're producing wooden planks at a rate of 1.6, and Albany wants those 0.8. So we're producing enough for now. Okay. The apples are waiting. That's okay. It just means we're totally fulfilling the demand there. Now what we could do is run apples, have that train alternate between the two cities. That wouldn't be a bad thing. And get some fruit in here, but we're not ready. I think these are not big enough cities yet. Yeah, let's go back to growing Quebec and Montreal. And in fact, let's try putting a warehouse in Quebec and bringing corn and wood and maybe even wool into Quebec, and maybe milk. And let's add veggies to Montreal, and then we'll have, like, all those things should be able to be shared between the two cities. And I'm not sure what that's going to mean for our lines, if we're going to have to say, okay, take this, don't take that kind of thing. We may have to, but let's do that. Let's go ahead and expand the Well, we want one that you can really use. Okay, so let's go here and let's add a warehouse. I've never really looked to see how we're doing against our competitor. We're worth 14 million. He's worth 8.8. My goodness. For a normal, that's pretty good. Okay, we can't buy shares yet. They haven't given us that yet. Okay. All right. Actually, I think we're going to wrap this one up. In the next episode, let's just see what do we got to do here. We got to get to 90,000 in Albany, and we're currently at 80 and growing nicely. And that planks, yeah, the planks will get better over time. And salt is actually an easy one because that's just a direct line. We could, I'll tell you what, we'll do one more thing. We'll look to see if there's any salt. I think I've seen it on this map. Salt. Up here. There's salt up here near Bangor. If we ran it down like this, we could run salt into Albany very easily. The other thing we could do is put in another station in Albany. Like this. And I want to give it a warehouse. Like that. And I probably want to give it maintenance like that. And in this warehouse, we want to, first of all, take salt. Okay. And we'll connect this one. We'll have it so it could go either way, just in case. So we'll have it come out, well, this might be tight. We'll see. We'll have it come out like that. And then we'll have it come out like this. Is this going to work? That might work. And it might not. It won't work at all. Okay. Okay. Well, you build them in the curves and you pay for it, don't you? Doggone. Let's Go out straight. It's on the left hand, it should be on the left. And like that, okay. That's better, all right. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put a light tower there. Now we've got a line coming into a new station. And notice it shows the beer and the stuff we're producing is also available in this one, in this warehouse. Okay, so let's go out and get the salt. We could bring it straight down, or we could run it into Quebec City and come down that way. I think we're going to do that, just to give it, I don't know about this. Is that what we're going to do? No. Let's go, let's take a straight line. Let's get both of these. And come like this. Am I lost? Yeah, we can go like this. Is that what we want? We could go down through here and cross, but there's really no need. We've already got this bridge built. It's a nice big bridge. Okay. Yeah, so let's flatten this. 4, 1, and then this bridge, this tunnel has got to go. And that's an 8. I don't like that. Let's look at the department. Oh, I see. We're getting too close to this mountain here. Much too close. And we're trying to come in too far up. Ooh. This is steep right here. So I think we're going to need to find a way to come up this. Yeah. Let's see if we like this part of it, and we'll build it. Okay, it's all right. We'll build that. And then we're going to find a way to get off of this. You may have to bite the bullet. We may have to work our way down like a step at a time. trying to raise or lower that, but it won't let me. Oh, that's just the connection. That's the connection to the existing track. It won't let me change that. 555. That's actually, I can live with that, I think. That's the correct side, so we'll build that. Then we'll double track it. Out here like this. Oh, look at our change in our profit. Nice. Let's get our grid out here. Set our signals. Supply towers. Here and here. All right, let's let's wrap this up by running this line here. Prioritizing salt, running full. Going to Albany 2. Freight line, John Bull, 42 days. Let's get that. Let's run a couple of trains. Let's see if we start picking up salt right away. We should. Okay, good deal. We could run lumber from up there too, but we already have lumber coming in. All right, let's stop right there. We've got salt on its way to Albany. We've got Albany growing at 90% rate. And there. Now our planks are in good shape because we've got the planks coming over here from Syracuse. And we've got Syracuse growing at a nice rate because it's getting stuff from Boston and Albany and Montreal. Needs some sugar and it would be really happy. And we're looking pretty good. And next episode we'll come back and finish off this growth of Albany. Getting up to, oh look, we're almost there now. I mean, we could just wait a minute. Unfortunately, we can't wait a minute because I've run out of disk space. So we'll have to take this up in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next video.